Adam Harrod, always smiling and doing everything he can to help. He first joined us in October 2021, and since then has volunteered ahead of many trips to make improvements on ghost ship and tooling, as well as welcome the next group on board.
My name's Adam Harrod. I spent just 10 years or so, a little over in the Army, in the reserves, and 2 trips to Iraq, another one Fort Campbell in my 10 years, and got out in 2011, beginning of 2011 when I got out, and since then been just looking for things like this to fill in the gaps and figure out society and everything else. So being in the military for so long and it being such, not only a large part of your life, but the informative years through your 20s, you know, through your manhood or womanhood, or, you know, through those years of your life, it's really hard to get out and figure out where to fit in, being almost 10 years behind of society and the skill sets you have and things like that. So like I say, I got out in like 2011 and spent, I don't know, like 5 years working, doing this and doing that. I didn't have any disability or anything at the time, and it just was, it's such a struggle. I mean, not only finding jobs that fit what you do, finding ways to that fit your skill set that you've had, that you've like I say, grown into your manhood with, and what you've used in the military and stuff, and then getting out and finding what to do with it, how to you know, be active in society while dealing with PTSD you may have. I had a back injury, I had hip injury, ear, I had migraines. I had these injuries I had to figure out as well how to live with. So it took me probably 5 years before I could figure out, you know, and the disability help. It, you know, getting a disability and getting that situated helps you, at least gives you the leeway to figure something out, you know. And since getting my disability, it's allowed me to just I'm an artist, so it allows me to be an artist, pay my bills, have food on the table, and do something that is not, you know, you have to be relied on daily, hourly, or whatever else, because veterans with PTSD can't be relied on every day or every hour when they're expected to be. They have too much else in their minds and in their emotions to deal with. The tribe's not built around them to support it and stuff like that. So being an artist, it allows me to, you know, do my own free thing, my own free time, and so that's been the best thing for me is doing that. Getting out from the military and being lost. I did look for, what started it was horse handling, like veterans retreats. One up in Saratoga in New York. Man, that was awesome. And that opened me up to like veterans retreats, veteran help, stuff like that, because again, I'm like 5 years into figuring out how to deal with this stuff, and it's out there, you know, and I didn't know. So, and again, that's 2015 or something, and it's grown since. But I started doing that, and then moved to Kentucky, found Jeremy and Bluegrass Muddy Waters, introduced me to Ghost Ship Warriors, and those types of things are the resets that keep you going, you know, the finding stuff like that, help others. Those are the kind of things that keep you going, you know. And I have to have stuff like that in my life. Most veterans do. That's why we joined the service, because to help, you know, however way we wanted to help. And then being out of the service and not having that, you know, helping society or making things better, you try to find it. You try to look for it in these kinds of groups, these types of things. And another one of our Fringe Fortunate Sons, these groups that are helping veterans help people, and those are the way to go. Those have really been big for me, you know, looking for how to do after military, looking for what to do and stuff like that. Those have been really big, having the freedom to be art and doing that kind of stuff. That's the kind of thing I focused on. Finally having the freedom to have family and stuff like that, which it's hard to do in the military, So that's been a lot of my since then focus. We were out at Camp Brown Bear and we were around the fire, and he said, "I think we're going to Key West. You better sign me up, man. I better be on the list, Jeremy." And so they went on the first one and came back, and he told me about it. And it was, by the time I went, and I think it might have been the third, I can't remember, or something like that. But oh my gosh, and I went early and spent some time with my buddy Dustin down there, and man, we had a blast. And I don't know how Jeremy finds these people, but he pulls them out of the woodwork, and gosh, it's been amazing. I can't believe them. I struggle. I have my ups and downs. October's a pretty hard month for me. It was coming out of the military, and it has been since. And now my father had a health issue, and it rolled into the same time frames. And this, all veterans have the seasons, and these Octobers are my seasons, and it just so happens that I get to go on some of these trips in October and stuff like that. So it's helped. But so I've benefited greatly from having those types of things, especially timely when I needed them, even going into woods or going out to sea or whatever else. It's, man, some of them have honestly saved my life in the state that, some of us get in. Something like that can honestly pull us out of it and, recharge and reset, like we say. And we all say it when we come, recharge and reset. That's what we need, and that's what we get. And it does. It resets us, it keeps us going, and, puts us on that path going back forward. Something I have picked up on with my multiple trips here and there and all the groups that I have taken advantage of is that when veterans get hunkered into their reclusive barriers and things that in cycles they do, we forget to call or get anxious to call family and friends and the people with the bank, bills. It all creates too much anxiety, and we get reclusive and things, start pulling away from people. So what I've picked up on some of these trips, even going out Camp Brown Bear in the woods and stuff, it resets that, and it reminds you that the world is out there, that being connected with it is better than not. And every time I do these trips, I come home and I catch myself calling the people that I wasn't calling. I catch myself reaching out to people, which is difficult to do sometimes. And reaching out to friends, even sometimes I'll talk to Perry for 2 or 3 days or a week or something after the trip or something. But it reopens the connections of life that we somehow get away from when we get into those darkness time, when we get reclusive and things like that. These types of trips, or someone else, Greg Baker, talks about adventures and what they do for resetting that clock. And it is a great point, because veterans are used to the adrenaline and those types of resets. So the adventures that you could do with veterans, the clocks that they reset inside of us, it's something that I've found that it's the only way that I can reconnect to the people that I lose, that my family, my brothers, my mother, my friends, my close friends. And those are the people you have to have in your life to be successful, to the support groups and stuff like that. It's easy to get separated from when you're going through your troubles. So these groups, that's what I have kind of found from these adventures and retreats and stuff, is it opens me back up to my support that I need to be successful every day. And without these adventures, no telling how long those dark times can last or how deep they go. And we know we have numbers on how many suicide veterans we have a day and stuff like that. And these adventures postpone, they reset, they eliminate some of those numbers. Without question, they've done it for me. Just reconnecting with the support structure that I get away from, that I need that I need to have. So that's kind of a different kind of something I've picked up on with doing sailing, going to the woods, going to Nicaragua, going to all these different types of things, and each time coming home and being excited about reaching back out, about the friends I have, the support I have, my family and stuff like that, which before I left, sometimes goes weeks or months or something before I talk to any of them or anybody, just getting your holes. So that's one of the best things to me about these trips, and why I will be searching for and taking advantage of these trips for the entirety of my life. These older Vietnam veterans, they always remind us PTSD will be in our dying breath, and it's something we'll deal with for the entirety of our life. So these types of things are something that not only I'm gonna take advantage of, but I also hope even older Vietnam veterans can take advantage of, because you know, it just, the way it resets your clock and gets you back into your own life, it's irreplaceable. Most people who know me know this thing. This is Ame Nuke Suinomo. We go by Ame. He's my service dog. I got him when he was 8 weeks old or whatever, from a breeder, and then I took him to K911 in Somerset for service training. We did about 1.5 years of service training down there, and now he's my rock. You know, I take him just about everywhere. I've told Perry numerous times he would be a blast on ghost ship, but he's big and he's got big poops, so but I take him when we go kayaking and stuff, and some of the pictures that Camp Brown Bear and Jeremy has him on the front of the kayak and us just floating down the river, and he's just dying to just get in and swim. And you know, he's just like me. He loves doing stuff and getting out. My mom always called me the social butterfly, and I try to, you know, be out and be social, and that's kind of what I try to get back to, and he's the one that helps me do it, because everybody wants to talk to him, everybody remembers him, everybody knows him. He's a celebrity when I go places. They could care less about me. So it's a little bit of a win-win there, that, you know, I still get to get out, and I still get to hide at the same time. So it's kind of nice.
Thank you for taking the time to watch Adam's video. We really appreciate your support. Stay updated on all the upcoming events. Please consider subscribing to our channel. Your subscription will help us on our journey to reaching 1 million subscribers. Thank you, and I will see you on the next one. Captain Perry out.